Welcome back to the channel. Got some new upgrades to our cabinet calculator. We've got face frames now. First thing I want to point out is this materials button doesn't do anything except show materials list that's going to be in the future. There's no need in using it, but you can look at it, but it won't do anything. Eventually it'll put the actual material right here, but like I said, that's the future. Don't worry about it. Now when the face frame button has been selected, the list will drop down here. We'll show all the face frame cabinets that we have available. We have different ones. We've got a 3-drawer stack. We've got quite a few different ones. I did contrasting colors here to show that the doors actually sit proud of the frame, but that material is totally up to you. We can still change from inches to millimeters. That's still the same. Setting up the job hasn't changed at all. You would go to setup job, and this is going to give you your defaults for everything. You give it a name, tell it what your case thickness is, your back thickness, and just as a reminder, you can change the different back thicknesses, but if you choose a 1/2 inch or 3/4, you're not going to get a nailer. Here's an example of what the back would look like, or the way I would build it. If it had a nailer, it would have a regular 1/4 inch back and then a nailer that goes from the outside of the cabinet. If we change that and put it 1/2 inch or a 3/4 inch back, it's going to set it inset like this, and it's going to get rid of the nailers. And the back would continue down the whole length or height of the cabinet itself. So back in the job setup, these are going to be all the defaults that you want for your depth and your height. Notice that the depth on a face frame cabinet includes the frame. It does not include the door. Frameless cabinet includes the door. These would be your defaults for your uppers, and these would be your default for your wall cabinets. These buttons would set your dado depth, and then on the door page, this would give you the overlays of your doors and drawers. If this was a frameless cabinet, it would say reveals. This other information, some of it's not even going to be used. This is going to be for in the future, like right here. These numbers aren't currently being used. This is going to be when we actually calculate drawer parts. The depth of the dado, that's going to be the thickness. Now these drawer heights or thicknesses we're not using yet. We will use the drawer depth, and we will use these numbers here. You can change these, and you can see if you put in a 5-inch drawer, it automatically updates the bottom drawer height, and then you can change back and forth, and it keeps calculating what your drawer heights will be. This will be used. These 3 numbers are only really used when you have a drawer stack. Otherwise, it's just going to be the opening height of the top drawer. These are the drawer clearances that we're going to put in. This will calculate the size of our drawer boxes. I use Bloom clearances for all my boxes. You can change these clearances to whatever your drawer guides need. To set up your face frame dimensions, you go to this page, and you can set your offset on either your left or your right. And we'll give you an example here of what I'm talking about. Here we're just set out a 1/2 inch. You could set this to 3/4 in case you wanted to put an applied finish end, or you could put a 0 if you don't need anything at all. So if you wanted to put an applied finish end, you just come back here and you would put this at 3/4. You could put it on either side, on the left or the right, or you could have 0, whatever offset that you want. Here you've got the width of the top rail, the middle rail, and the bottom rail. And then here you've got the mid stile, left stile, right stile. This measurement is for the wall cabinets from the mid stile height all the way down to the ground. That mid-rail height would be from the ground to the top of the rail. Here you would set your thickness for your frame. Once you've got everything, you just accept those defaults for your job. Once you have the cabinet that you want, you could just hit the Add Cabinet button, and it's going to put all those defaults in there that you already put in the job. Now you can change these here, and it won't affect your default settings. You could change your overlays if you wanted, anything in case you had a cabinet that was a little bit custom and not the same as your default. Just be aware, if you do change this, your default settings won't change. It's a one-time only. Here we have just one drawer, so you could change the drawer height here if you wanted. Change anything that would make you happy. When you're satisfied with all these values, you can go to your face frame page, and you can change any of the values for the frames here. Press the Add Cabinet, and it adds a cabinet. If you want to add more, you press it again, and then it will sequentially number those cabinets as needed. If you don't like what you did, you can just go over to the Clear Job and clear the job and start over. Add a cabinet. And here you can see that we've got the case parts, the ends, the backs, the bottom, stretchers, adjustable shelves. Below the case parts, you're going to get the frame calculations, rails and stiles. This side here, you're going to get your drawer faces and door faces. Go to the drawer box sheet, and here you'll get the dimensions for the actual opening. Over here, you'll get the actual dimensions of the drawer itself, and you can just use this list and send to your vendor that makes your drawers. And that's about it. Here back on the main page, you can see that we could change back from face frame to frameless, and that gives us the different lists for all my frameless cabinets that we have here. You can add frameless cabinets together with frameless, or face frame with frameless, and you can do anything you want. You can change to inches, millimeters. Wouldn't mix up units, that gets problematic. Here in that face frame is that wall split, and that gives you two doors and puts a mid-rail right here in the center. So if you're interested, you can get this on my Etsy page at Old Guy Woodworks. And if you're not interested, well, could you just like and subscribe and watch all the videos we have? More updates coming. We'll talk to you real soon.